And guys, making a teacher toolbox is so easy. It's completely suited to you. It has everything you need all in one spot. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Maylene Call from Miss Call's Campers. If you're new here, I am a first grade teacher in Middle Tennessee. Today's video is another video in my Miss Call Creates series. If you haven't seen any of the Miss Call Creates series videos, they are linked in the description box below. I have a video on how to design your classroom in PowerPoint and how to design beautiful text. And between those two videos, I give a lot of helpful tips in working with PowerPoint. I'll get into that more in just a sec. So today we're talking about making a teacher toolbox, and this is something I'm really excited to finally get filmed for you guys because it is October. School started in August, and I have been keeping all of my supplies in one giant Walmart bag because I knew I wanted to film this video for you, and I cannot tell you how mad it was making me. I am so ready to show you guys this toolbox because it is going to make my life so much better. So I want to tell you first where to get a teacher toolbox. This is literally just a plastic drawer system. I remember the first time I purchased one of these, it was for my mentor teacher in student teaching as my kind of thank you gift for everything, and I got it from Lowe's. I think it was $16 or $17, but when I went to purchase my own teacher toolbox, Lowe's didn't carry them at all. So I don't know if they're discontinued from Lowe's, but I was able to find it on Amazon, so I'll link that for you below. I don't get any money from these links. I'm literally just linking it for you. I know that when I ordered the toolbox, it said it was going to take a really long time to ship, but it took, I think, less than a week. So this is the stack on 22 drawer system, I think is what it's called. There definitely are different versions for the teacher toolboxes, but this one I just happen to like the best because it has 8 larger drawers that are this size, and then it has a ton of smaller drawers. If you do have larger items that you're wanting to store, they sell them just with the large drawers, but I wanted a combination of both. So first I'll tell you what I keep inside, and then I'll tell you how to make it. So in mine I just have markers, and these are gonna be like my Mr. Sketch markers. I really like to use those whenever I call it grading, but I'm in first grade, so it's really just putting a star with a smiley face. So my Mr. Sketch markers, highlighters, dry erase markers. These are just quick to grab for guided reading since this teacher toolbox is going to be at my back table. I have a drawer for electronics, so an external hard drive and a flash drive. A drawer for personal items down in the middle, and this just has like lipstick and like a glass wipe and things like that. Over here, this is a miscellaneous drawer because not everything can have a place. Over here, this drawer, it says notes because I originally wanted to keep notes in here, but it has tape in it, so I need to make a new label for that. And then at the bottom, I have post-it notes. The smaller drawers, I have binder rings, binder clips, safety pins, paper clips, pencil cap erasers, bandages, binder clips, magnets, rubber bands, timer, whiteout, batteries, mini post-it notes, and staples. So obviously the best part about a teacher toolbox is it's going to fit your needs, whatever they are. So if you're someone who uses push pins every single day, bam, you got a drawer for push pins. I mean, it's the little things, right? So the teacher toolbox that I bought from Amazon defaults to like a dark gray color, but I personally love rose gold. So I decided that I wanted to paint my toolbox. So the first thing I did when I got my teacher toolbox was I took out all of the plastic drawers and I put it outside to spray paint it. The default color was this gray color. Sometimes I think it's like a navy color, but I wanted rose gold. So I got my rose gold spray paint from, I think, Michael's, and then I just used a basic white primer. It's really, really, really important that you prime your toolbox before you put the color spray paint you want it to be, because otherwise it will chip off, you will have wasted your time, and you will be so frustrated. So I did a coat of white primer, and then I went through with my rose gold spray paint and did 2 or 3 coats until I liked the color. Depending on what spray paint you buy, you might only need 1 or 2 coats with a primer. I just really wanted the rose gold to come through. So I did 2 to 3 coats. I did not bother painting the bottom. I just kind of painted everything around it. So while your teacher toolbox is drying, what you can do is start creating the labels. There are, of course, a ton of label options on Teachers Pay Teachers. I personally have 2 different label options for you guys if you wanted my labels, but obviously pick whatever suits your theme the best. I have a more green natural label theme, and then I have these which are more wooden and white. And the reason I wanted them to be more white is because my color was rose gold and I didn't want anything to clash. So it's got like a wood, a little bit of pink and white in there because that's what I like. The good thing about this is you can make your labels however you want. So if you have seen my Miss Call Creates series before, you know that the first thing you need to do is get yourself in PowerPoint, change the page setup to a normal sheet of paper. So instead of whatever PowerPoint has as their presentation size, you're going to want to change the page size to 8.5 by 11, just like your normal sheet of copy paper. So I will go ahead and put those measurements on the screen for you. That way, if you wanted to make your labels before you got your toolbox, you could do that. But the important thing to remember is you need to change your page size to 8.5 by 11 so that they print to scale. Now this is where you can really have fun and play with fonts and pictures and design your labels. Or, of course, you could just go to Teachers Pay Teachers and buy labels that someone else has created. So here is an up-close view of what my teacher toolbox looks like. And I just wanted to mention to you guys that if you do plan on creating your own labels, you need to leave a little bit of space up at the top because of this handle right here. The handle is going to distort some of your words. So I didn't start binder clips at the very top of my label because this drawer would have cut it off and it would have been hard to read. So I started it right under the handle, so it's going to be a lot lower than you think. Obviously, the next step after making your labels is printing them. So I have an HP printer. I use HP Instant Ink. I pay for my paper. I don't pay a ton of money for my ink. So they give you a certain amount of pages every month, and you can print full page color pages for a set price. So I think I have the 300-page plan right now, which is like one of the biggest ones, just because I make a lot of resources for school, but they have plans ranging from like $5 to $10, so it's a really, really great deal. That's what I use, that's what I love, and it allows me to print in color. So after you print your labels, what I would recommend doing is laminating them. You don't have to laminate them. In fact, you could even print them on cardstock. They just have to be more durable than paper, because if you print them on regular paper without laminating them, they're gonna get really messed up. So, because think about it, you're gonna be in and out of these drawers all the time. You don't want the paper getting all wrinkly and all of your hard work going to waste. So either print it on cardstock or laminate it. And guys, making a teacher toolbox is so easy. After you make your labels, all you need to do is stick them on the drawers. There's 2 main ways that I know to do this. When I made the drawers for my mentor teacher, I used Scotch double-sided tape. Double-sided tape is a really easy method to use if you don't have a hot glue gun. When I made these drawers, I decided to just use a hot glue gun because it's a little bit faster than tearing off tape. I know it doesn't sound faster, but all you need is a tiny drop of glue in each corner and you just stick it on. And it's totally okay if you decide later on that you want to change a label out or maybe move it somewhere, because they are really easy to take off even though you hot glue them. So you can use double-sided tape or you can use a hot glue gun, whichever you prefer or whichever you have. Tape is definitely the cheaper method if you don't have a hot glue gun, but I feel like a hot glue gun is going to be a little bit more durable. in the long run. So after you label your drawers, you can go ahead and figure out where you want them to go and pop them into your teacher toolbox, and then you get to fill it up. If you are a teacher and you're making this for school, I actually recommend not filling it at your house, because I remember when I made my first teacher toolbox for my mentor teacher, I filled it all the night before and I put it in my passenger seat and I drove to school and I hit the brakes and the drawers went flying and all of the items I had put in the drawers were suddenly in my floorboard. So I recommend filling it at school if you hit the brakes at all. One thing I do want to mention is the back side of this teacher toolbox is open, so it looks kind of like this on the back side. So if you plan on putting this not against the wall, I would, hello, Tesla wants to say hi. Say hi, hello. If you plan on putting this toolbox somewhere that's not right against a wall, I would probably take maybe like some kind of poster board or something just to kind of cover it up, because that personally would bother me. So I just wanted to let you guys know it's not covered on the back. You would have to put something to cover it if you weren't leaning it against a wall. So creating a teacher toolbox is something that is so easy. It really doesn't take a ton of time. Just some of the steps are a little bit tedious, like cutting out all of the labels and filling all of the drawers. But this is going to make your life so much easier because it's completely suited to you. It has everything you need all in one spot, and it's labeled, and teachers love labels. If you're not a teacher, I know that a lot of just crafters like to use this drawer system, so it's completely customizable to whatever your needs are. I just know that I am really excited to finally get this in the classroom. If you guys have any questions about making your teacher toolbox, just drop them in the comments below, and I'm happy to help you with whatever it is. And if you have any other requests for another Miss Call Creates video, just let me know. I love getting to talk to you guys here and on Instagram. If you're not following me on Instagram, head on over because I post a lot of content on there for you guys, and I really appreciate you guys being here for me and being so supportive. I hope you guys are having an amazing year, and I'll talk to you later.